Hello friends, Koolio here. Now before we start this video, I just want to let you know that you can have a chance at winning a free skin from me. Now in order to get a chance to win a free skin, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and then comment down below your in-game name and what skin you want, as long as it's under 500 vouchers. Also, just let you guys know that this is only for the EU servers and the NA servers in the future. Alright, thanks friends, now let's get back to the video. Hello friends, my name is Koolio and welcome to my A to Z gameplay guide for Arena of Valor. In this video series, I'm going to take you through every hero, starting from A and ending in Z, sharing with you a brief introduction of each hero, their playstyle, item builds, and gameplay tips and tricks. Now before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Arena of Valor gameplay videos. In today's A to Z gameplay guide, we're going to be talking about Arduin The Spirit. Arduin was known as one of the greatest leaders in all the kingdom, raised and trained by the Veda to be a great hero. His short-lived rivalry with Thane came to a quick end as his admiration for the great warrior grew after years of collaboration. The two warriors fought side by side and pushed the fallen out of their lands and into the Inferi. Thane was content with pushing the enemy back to where they came from, but Arduin wanted to finish them for good. Going against his friend's wishes, Arduin and the rest of the Veda warriors pushed deep into the Inferi. This was a mistake as Vera ignited the army in frostfire, almost annihilating them completely. However, Arduin swung his axe, creating a storm through which his army could pass. Many lived, but at a great cost. Arduin's body was burned to ashes and cursed by the evil seal by Vera. His soul was bound to the stone armor by a holy force, which now drives him on the battlefield to this day. His passive ability is called Bloodlust. When Arduin's life drops below 50%, he enters a mode of Bloodlust for 8 seconds. While in Bloodlust, Arduin gains 2% of his max health every time he hits an enemy with an attack or an ability. His first ability, Rend. Arduin swings his stone axe in an arc in front of him, damaging enemies and slowing their movement speed for 2 seconds. If Arduin hits an enemy hero, he can activate Rend again to smash the ground, knocking any enemy hit up into the air for 1 second. His second ability is called Undying Protector. Arduin summons a shield that has 12% of his maximum HP and will last for 5 seconds. When the shield is summoned, Arduin lets out a burst of magical damage. As well, Arduin's next 3 attacks will cause true damage, and the cooldown time for his ultimate is reduced by 1 second. His ultimate ability is Coal. Arduin throws his axe forward, dealing physical damage and stunning the first enemy hit for 1.5 seconds. He then flies forward towards the axe, dealing additional physical damage to surrounding enemies. While dashing forward, Arduin is unaffected by any crowd control effects. Now when playing as Arduin, he is a mobility warrior who excels at charging into battles, comboing his abilities to get the upper hand, and controlling enemies from escaping his grasp. When playing as Arduin, try to combo his abilities by first activating his ultimate, Coal, followed by a double activation of Rend, then activating Undying Protector to cause additional true damage to help him stay in the fight just a little bit longer. When building items for Arduin, look for ways to benefit his passive by grabbing items that increase his overall health. The more health he has, the more effective his Bloodlust abilities will become. On top of that, his Undying Protector shield will be stronger and more powerful during team fights. Now some recommended items would be the Mail of Pain for increased health, as well as its unique passive for deflecting 15% of damage back to enemies as magic damage. Shield of Lost to reduce enemy attack speed by 30%, and Medallion of Troy, which provides a shield that absorbs magical damage. For Arduin's Arcana builds, focus on a traditional tank build, looking for increased health, attack damage, and armor. Now some recommended Arcana would be Bastion for increased armor, Indomitable for increased health, attack speed, and armor, and finally Colossus for increased health. When laning as Arduin, he does best when playing as a tank character in the bottom lane to help push and defend your AD carry. Use his first 2 abilities to control the battlefield by constantly rending your enemies and protecting yourself from early game damage. Now remember, his passive ability allows him to last a little bit longer during hero confrontations, so don't be too afraid to take a few hits. During mid-game, look for opportunities to back up allies and gank enemies using your Coal ultimate to surprise enemies, stun them, and capture a few kills. Now once you've reached endgame, Arduin should be in the thick of team fights. Look for ways to activate your abilities as effective as possible, such as enemies grouping together and then activating your Kool ability to maximize your damage output. Follow that up with Ren to knock multiple enemies into the air and then defend using Undying Protector and giving your teammates time to finish off the rest of the team. Now before I end, I just want to share a couple of tips that I found to be extremely useful when playing as Arduin. When charging into team fights, try to aim at taking out weaker enemies like mages or assassins instead of focusing on the tank, as Arduin isn't one of the heaviest damage dealers in the game. And finally, his ultimate can not only be used to charge and engage enemies, but to also escape from tough situations. Just throw it across the wall or away from an enemy to quickly dash away before being taken down. Now that's it for our A to Z gameplay guide for Arduin The Spirit, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Arena of Valor gameplay videos. We'll see you, friends.